Hello there everyone, and welcome to the October 2018 Stamp and Die release full reveal. So first up we have Always There. So this is a 6x8 stamp set which includes 2 flowers, 2 leaves and lots of beautiful sentiments. The flowers in this set do layer up, so they have 4 layers as well as centers, and the leaves layer up as well. So if you turn it over you can see that we do have the layering guide. So as well as the stamp set we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the 2 flowers and the 2 beautiful leaves. Here I've just used it quite simply on a 1-layer card. Next up we have Playful Blooms. This is a really fun and beautiful stamp set. So this is 6x8 and it contains 2 flowers, 2 stems and lots of beautiful sentiments. So you can use the flowers on their own or you can use them with the stems. So here we do have the matching die set available, and you can see that we do have the dies for the stems and without the stems for the flowers. So I've just used one of the beautiful sentiments on this to complete this card. Next up we have Potted Plants. So this is another 6x8 stamp set. It includes sentiments, some little pots, as well as lots of beautiful potted plants as well. So we have different various leaves. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out all of the images in the set. So I've just used it quite simply here on a 1-layer card and added one of the sentiments again from the set. Next up we have Peaceful Wreath. So this is a beautiful set, so it stamps a half of a holly wreath, but if you stamp them next to each other you can create a full circular wreath as well. So here you can see how it layers it up. And as well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available. So as you can see, if you do stamp them together, you can create the full circle or you can create the swag if you just stamp it to the once. So here I've just used it, and I've just used it as some swags. Next up we have Brilliant Baubles. So this one is a 6x8 stamp set and it has lots of layered baubles in it, or ornaments. So if you turn it over you can see on the back how to layer these images up to create all these beautiful baubles. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out all of the bauble elements as well as the little bows in there. I've just used the sentiment from the set just to finish off this card. Next up we have Candlelight stamp set. So we have 3 different types of candles as well as a flame and lots of beautiful sentiments in here. If we turn this over, that we can see that we do have the layering guide on the back to get your images perfectly positioned. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the 3 different candles as well as that flame. So I've just used it quite simply here for one of the sentiments. Next up we have Dainty Swiss Dots. So this one has a large background stamp in here as well as lots of beautiful sentiments that can be used on many different cards. Here I've just used it in the background of this one. Next up we have Blooming Branches. So this is a 4x6 set which includes a branch with flowers that you can add on if you would like to, as well as some beautiful sentiments in there as well. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the branch with or without the flowers, so it gives you lots of options that way. I've just used it quite simply here just for the sentiment on this card. Next up we have Peace, Love, Joy. Again, this is a 4x6 stamp set. It has layering images in here as well as a solid snowflake image and sentiments as well. So as well as this stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out the 3 large images in this set. I've just used it quite simply here, just using one of the images to create a beautiful background. Next up we have Season's Greetings. This is a little 2x3 stamp set. So it's a layering stamp set, so it creates a beautiful branch. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which cuts out that really pretty branch as well. So I've just used this on the background of this card and I think that that looks really, really cool. Next up we have Poinsettia Pieces. Again, this is a 2x3 stamp set, so if we turn this over you can see how cute that does look when stamped all together. So some of the pieces in this one have got a layering element about them. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available as well, so it cuts out those 4 images. I've just used it quite simply here to create a full background on this card. Next up we have Raining Hearts. This is a 2x3 stamp set and it's a great one for adding a subtle background to your elements. Next up we have some die sets. This is layered snowflake die. So we have a number of snowflakes in here that can be layered all together to create a beautiful layered snowflake, or you can use them all by themselves if you would like. So here I've just used them nice and flat and it shows how beautiful that they are. Next up we have Layered Floral Elements die. So this is another layering die set. So we have lots of different images in here that's all layered together, and you can see at the bottom how they can layer up, or you can just use them singly and colour them in to create a layer like this. Next up we have Fine Frames cover die. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it cuts out many different fine frames. Here I've used it a little bit differently, and I've just embossed this into a piece of white cardstock to create that beautiful framed effect. Next up we have Classic Alphabet dies. So this is a large die set, so we can see that we do have the full alphabet here, and it's on 2 sheets because the letters are so large, and it makes a great way to add a lovely fun focal image to your card using a sentiment. So that's all we have for our October 2018 Stamp and Die release. We truly hope that you've seen something that makes you want to create and inspires you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye bye.